Have you ever wondered how to disrupt the industry and explode your growth on TikTok while building a community that you know that you are destined to serve? Whether you're a VA, a digital marketer, or a business owner, these steps are going to help you to stand out above the crowd and show your uniqueness and your authority to the world. My name is Carson Scooter, and I'm a TikTok strategist, consultant, manager, and expert. And I am so excited to share these tips with you guys. Let me know what you do in the comments below, because we love to make resources and we would love to make more resources to help support you in your journey. Not only are my husband and I TikTok experts, we are also new parents, and so we don't have time to waste on strategies that don't work. So all of these strategies are proven, replicable, and here for you as easy as we could possibly make them so that you can explode your growth or your clients' growth while using these super simple tactics. And just before we drop all of this gold, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can follow us for more advice, tips, and tricks on how to grow your TikTok. Let's dive in. So step one, you're going to want to get familiar with the app. So even if you're a newbie to the app, or you've never been on the app, or even if you've been on the app just a little bit, what I want you to do is download the TikTok app on your phone and just spend this next week getting familiar with the kind of content that is on there. It's going to be different than Facebook and Instagram, just the standard posts that you're used to seeing. And so you want to get familiar with this kind of content and how it is different so you can start understanding in your mind what TikTok is all about. And as you're getting familiar with the app, you can even go as far as using the magnifying glass or the search bar or the discovery bar to search different topics that you're interested in learning about. Maybe even you have an influencer that you want to follow, or maybe there's even an industry that you want to get into that you're really curious about learning about. So make sure to use that search bar and just get familiar with all of the kinds of different content that people are making out there. Step two, we're going to make sure that you can set some boundaries. So now that you're familiar with the app, the very first thing that I want you to do is I want you to pause this video and commit to the long game of TikTok. It's just like any other marketing strategy, you need to commit to the long game because yes, sometimes in the short term, big things do happen. I'm not saying that is not possible, but I do want you to commit to the long game because like anything, it does take a little while to build up your content, your community, and everything else. So I want you right now to, first of all, commit to the long game. The next thing that I want you to do is, now that you're familiar with the different kinds of content that is out there, I want you to figure out what you're comfortable with doing. The first thing and the most important thing is to be authentically you. When you're authentically you, if you're not typically a dancer or a singer at home, you don't have to be on this app. So I want you to take the time and figure out, are you going to take part in the dance challenges? Are you going to, participate in the lip syncing trends? Do you just want to purely create evergreen content where you just provide value to your community by just talking to the camera? Or you can even do a little bit of all of the above. There's even trends that you can do if you don't feel like being like goofy online or anything like that, that you can also participate in. So just take some time to note certain things, the no-nos in your brand, the things that you feel comfortable with doing on TikTok, and write those down so that you have some peace of mind when you go into the filming stages of TikTok. Step three, now you're going to take the time to define your goals and the objectives. Why do you want to do that? Well, as a business owner or as a digital marketer, you're going to want to make sure that you have clear objectives in place. Why? Well, this is going to help you when you start creating content on TikTok to make sure that you're hitting what you're needing. And even if you want to do a hobby TikTok, or if you actually want to monetize your TikTok, or if you're simply on TikTok just to gain visibility. So those are all different KPIs that you can measure with your own TikTok, but just make sure that you're clear on them before we get going. Step four, define who it is that you want to serve. So it is really, really important on TikTok that you know who you're talking to. It sounded like I just said TikTok. So you're going to figure out, first of all, do you have a niche that you typically already market to? Is there a niche that your clients already market to? Or is there a heart person or people that you want to reach? You're going to write down if they're a woman or a man. You're going to write down their different values, their beliefs, where in the world they live, because keywords are everything on TikTok these days, and it really helps the algorithm. So if you are a local business and you're trying to hit a local audience, make sure that you know the cities and the towns around you so that you can incorporate those into your videos. And the other things that you can really, look at is the problems that your community has or your potential client has. Is there any problems that you can help them solve? How can you help them to get closer to their goals, and so on and so forth? So just make some notes about who it is that you want to reach on TikTok. This next one, if you are like me, is so much fun. I love researching. And so with this researching, you are going to go into step 5, which is choosing your topics. How do you do that? What is the easiest way to do that on TikTok? So what I would do is I would take the industry that you're in or the industry that you're starting to get into, and I would search that industry on TikTok. Now look at what all of the top creators are doing, what all of the videos with the highest views are all about, the hooks that they're using, the topics they're speaking on, and write down some notes. This is going to be the best way to model what is already working on TikTok and creating it as your own. So take what's already working and use it. I mean, don't copycat, but model what is already working. So just take the time to do a few hours of research, even a couple hours, search in the search bar different keywords in your industry, and then write down the topics that are doing well and trending so that you have a starting place for your content. The next thing that you're going to want to do is optimize your profile. So in doing this, the 3 tips that we have is 1, you are going to choose a headshot of you over a logo. Why? Well, people connect to people. So what you're going to do is you're going to remove the background of your headshot and insert one of your brand colors in behind your picture so that you really stand out when people come to your page. Now, the next thing is, and I feel like maybe a bunch of you can relate with me on this one, is when you go and you find a video that's amazing and then you go to the person's profile and you're like, I have no idea what they do or what they're offering or if this is even a business or who this person is. So the very next piece is optimizing your bio. So what we do is we break this up into 3 lines. 1, you introduce yourself. You say, hey, I'm Carson, or there's just a short phrase telling people who it is that you are. The second piece is talking about who you serve and who you help. Then the next piece is adding a call to action. So if you haven't reached 1,000 followers on the app yet, then you are going to need a reason for people to stay on your page and want to consume more of your content. So give them a reason, follow for more, insert what you want them to follow more for. Or if you have a link in your bio, if you have that capability, you want to give them a reason to click on that link in your bio. So make sure that you really optimize your bio. And the third piece is if you do already have the capability, make sure to add a link into your bio, and you can also connect your Instagram and your YouTube to your profile. The next piece of the puzzle is posting daily. So we highly, highly recommend that you set a realistic goal for yourself and figure out how much you can post. Consistency is key, and we are huge advocates of posting daily, but we understand that life happens. So at least be consistent in your work. So if you can only post 1 to 3 times a week, make sure that you stick true to that. If you can post 3 to 5 times a week, stick true to that. If you can post once a day or twice a day or 3 times a day, you're going to experience growth at a much higher rate. That's not to say that those of you who only are posting once a week aren't going to also experience that, but through our findings and our experience through posting with clients, the more times a day that you post, the more content that TikTok is consuming and feeding out to people, the more that you are going to grow. So be realistic with your goals, but also know that there are different rates at which you can grow on TikTok. Step 8, make sure to answer your community's comments. So when people leave comments on your videos, you are going to want to answer them. Now, this just shows you that you're an engaged member of your community, that you actually care, that you actually see the people that are within your community. And one of our most favorite ways to do this is by using the reply by video feature. So if there is a comment that you think many people could benefit from learning more about, more information on that, or maybe they dropped a comment that isn't necessarily true and you want to just, inform the world of the right response, what you can do is you can reply to their comment by a video. So when you go to reply to their comment, there's just a little video icon. You click on that and boom, the camera will pop up and you can answer their question. Now, for all of my geeky friends out there who love a good set of analytics, this is step 9. Either once a week or once a month, you were going to sit down and you were going to track which videos were the top performing videos out of all the content that you created. You were going to find the ones that performed best, and then you were going to write down the hook, maybe even the sound that you used, and you were going to replicate and make videos of a similar vein of these videos. Or what else you can do is you can also create a series based on these videos. If you follow these simple 9 steps, they are going to help you to dominate the space, stand out above the crowd, and really attract and grow your community. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can join us on this TikTok journey and really help to grow your TikTok accounts and reach the people that you're meant to serve.